Welcome back, everybody. Now, let's go to the word problems. Diba, remember kung sa team mo kanina, we've already done simple interest and compound interest. Now, we are going to play word problems! Yay! Ang sabi dito sa word problems, all you have to do is to solve for the following word problems and write your answers in complete sentences. So, ready? Let's begin. Starting off at number 1. How much should Fiang's family, di ba Fiang, she's from Pinoy Big Brother Gen 11, and are you voting for Fiang at the Pinoy Big Brother Gen 11? I hope you are, because I know naman Fiang can be the winner talaga. She can be the ultimate survivor talaga of the PBB house. So therefore, iboto mo talaga si Fiang para manalo siya. Okay? So how much should Fiang's family invest if she wishes to have a final amount of 3,902.60 pesos after 18 months. The interest rate charged is 1.8% per annum. Now, now for the given, do I remember what is the problem here? This is simple interest. How can you say that it's simple interest? Kasi do I remember, it asks for kung magkano kailangan i-invest niya. If you want a final amount of 3,902.60 pesos. And that is your final amount. After 18 months, the 18 months here is the time. And the interest rate charge is 1.8% per annum. So now, we're gonna have to solve. Diba remember, we're gonna have to solve for the P and the I. Pero look at our problem. Wala tayong P, wala pa tayong I. So what we do? Diba remember, you remember the formula of simple interest. Nalo mo yung formula na to, diba? Yung formula na P plus I equals A, di ba? So, P plus R, I, PRT equals A. Then, you factor out the P's, it becomes this one, di ba? So, yan. So, it says here, it should be, the final amount is 3,200,960 pesos after 18 months. So, 1.8%, that is 0.018 times, what is the, ano yun, the time? The term, that is in 18 months. Kasi di ba remember it's per annum, so we need to convert that into months. So ganito kasi yun. So di ba remember you have 1 year is worth 12 months. There are 18 months, 18 divided by 12. 18 divided by 12 is 2/3. 3 halves. So 3 halves, di ba? And then we have 18 over 1,000 times 3 halves. That's the same as 36 over 2,000. Dividing both sides by 4, we should get 9 over, what's 2,000 divided by 4? 500. Yan. Diba? 9 over 500. Diba? Plus 1. Sige, I'll try to solve this on Excel na lang para mas mabilis. Okay, so diba remember, this are time unit. So yan, diba remember, ang 1.8% ay ginawang 0.018. And then our time is 1.5 years. Bakit ganun? Kasi ang ginawa ko, 18 divided by 12. And then our amount is 3,902. So now we have to solve for this, diba? So we're gonna have to do 0.018 times 3 halves. Yan. So ito yung ginawa ko. So what I did here, I multiplied the two together. Rate times the time. And we're supposed to get, ano yun? 0.027. And then we add 1. When we add 1, we're supposed to get 1.27. Actually, you can also divide both sides by, ano yun, by 100. And you can get 100, di ba? Yeah, that's 1.027. Di ba? But I got 9 over 500. Do you think we still get the same answer if we were to do that? Yeah, it's still wrong. Kasi nga, di ba, remember, dapat we're supposed to, ano yun? Adds 54 pala, not 36. 54 pala to. Sorry. Yan. So, we do 54 over 500. Yan. $54 divided by 4 pala. So, 54, yan. Hindi siya tama. 54 divided by 2 is 26. So, tama. That's supposed to be my answer here. Kasi nga, remember, ang ginawa ko, that's supposed to be 54 over 2,000. Divide both sides by 2, we should get 27 over 1,000. So, tama. That's the same as 0.027. Then, add 1 to give you 1.027. And then, diba, remember, we have to multiply that. We have to divide that from our future value. Diba, remember, we have, this is our answer, diba? 1.27. 1.027. That is what we do when we add it up by 1. And then this one, future value divided by the answer that we get from multiplying the rate and the time. And what we get? Our answer is 3,800 pesos. So, yan na yung sagot. So, ta-ta-da-da! The answer is 3,800 pesos. Okay? So, yan. In short, ang ginawa namin, ito, divide by this guy, and divide by this guy. Yun nga, you're supposed to get, ano yun? One plus the product of both, and we're supposed to get this answer. Same pa rin dito, we get this one, divide by 1 plus the product, or you can just simply type sum of 1 and the product of the two numbers, which are these guys, diba? Yan, and you will still get the same answer. And now to get your interest, you just have to subtract. Subtracting both sides, A minus the P to give the interest, diba? But I don't think they're asking for that, pero never mind. And then what's the answer? Ano yung sagot dito? Ita-type namin dito. Pero I don't have time to type it right now because what you call this, I know naman, I just want to show you how to solve. Pero I will type the answers later and then I will tell you what's the final answer for that, okay? Let's move on to the next. Next, number 2. How long will it take Bruce Rowland? Diba si Bruce Rowland? Yeah. Why did you mention my name? I'm part of a sparkle artist. And you know you can see me there at the Batang Riles. I'm one of the stars there. And I hope you mga kabuso, mga excited na kayo, makita ko sa akin. Kasama si Kokoy de Santos o si Kolokoy. Wah! Yes, and that's Bruce Rowland. So the question is, how long will it take Bruce Rowland to receive an interest amount of 15,825.25 cents if he invests 32,000 pesos at an interest rate of 8.2% that is compounded semi-annually? Yan! So therefore, what do we do here? We're gonna have to solve for the time. Kasi nga sabi dito, how long? So, ang ibig sabihin, hanapin tayo yung time. And what is the type of interest in this situation? Dahil sinabi dito compounded, so therefore, we're gonna do compound interest. Very good. So now, ang gawin natin dito ay compound interest. So here's the solution sheet. Diba remember, ito yung solution sheet namin. So first of all, diba remember, ang ginawa ko dito, we're gonna have to multiply everything. Diba remember, first of all, we're going to do log of, ano yun, of future value divided by present value. This one, log of 1 plus R divided by C. So now here, we're gonna have to do the solving. So ito yung pag-solve. So now we divide by the future amount. Wait, wala pa tayong future amount. So therefore, ang gagawin namin, we have to add P plus I equals A. Yan. Kasi hindi mo remember, sabi dito, it says here, we're gonna have to get a future value. Kasi hindi mo remember, sabi dito sa problem na to, it says Bruce Rowland to receive an interest amount, not a final amount. Kasi nga kung sabi dito, final amount, ibig sabihin yung 15,825 pesos ay yung final amount na. Pero, it says interest amount. Ibig sabihin, interest pa lang to. Okay? So, we're gonna have to add to get the amount. Diba? And now, what do we do? The thing that we're gonna do now is to take the log. So, we have to take the log of the future value divided by the present value. So, this one, divide by the present value. And when we do that, what answer did we get? Very good. We should get 1.49 something. And then here, we take the, ano yun, we do this. R divided by C plus 1. So therefore, ang ginawa namin, we do 8.02 divide by our compounding period, which is semi-annually, then add 1. What did we get? We get 1.041. Now we take the log base 10 of both sides. Kasi nga remember, we take log base 10, then choose the cell you want. Diba remember, this is log base 10, diba? You type mo yung log base 10, and then parentheses, then choose a number that you want to take the log of. Like this one. And then you can do it on the other side naman. Para safe. Yan. And you're supposed to get both of these answers. Diba? Yan, 0.01. Diba? And then dividing the logs. So we divide the future valued log, divide by the base log. In order for us to get the time of 9.999, no? Ah, yes! Kasi you remember, this is what I'm gonna do now. Kasi you remember, we have this log. The log of this item divided by this guy. Diba? Remember, that's the number. And then yung base. Diba? Kapag nag-change of base tayo. And we're supposed to get this answer. Teka lang, that's not right. Ah, that's supposed to be the base pala, not the slash. So yun nga, we're supposed to get 9.999. Pero, di ba remember, you can round it off to 10. And di ba remember, you're still not yet done kasi nga meron pa tayong compounding period. So therefore, we're gonna have to divide that by 2. So therefore, ito yung ginawa namin. So therefore, our answer here is this. Divide by 2. Di ba? And when we do that, kasi nga di ba remember, sabi dito is compounded semi-annually. So therefore, we are gonna have to divide that by 2 to complete the answer. Just what I've done here, di ba? And our time should be 4.99, which is approximately 5 years. So yun ang tamang sagot. 5 years. So therefore, the answer is, it will take 5 years for Bruce Rowland to receive an interest amount of 15,825 pesos. Yun lang. I'll just say the narrative answer kasi nga I cannot type it unless I were to share screen. Next, number 3, ang sabi dito sa problem na to ay, sorry, you're not supposed to be looking at that. Next, ang sabi dito sa number 3 ay, ano to? What will be the value of the effective rate of interest if Nathan wants the interest rate to be charged at 4.3% compounded monthly? Ayan, so what type of word problem is this? That's easy. You know why? Because that is finding the effective rate of interest. So we're gonna have to find the effective rate of interest. Na naman yung formula sa pagpahanap ng effective rate of interest ay ito. Di ba remember we have 1 plus r divided by c raised to the c power minus 1 to give you the ERI. You already know that. That's very easy for you. Okay? So mabilis lang yun. So let's solve. So di ba remember, itatype namin dito ay effective rate. This one, I just rate. Okay? Compounding period. Yan, di ba? And then, di ba remember, our effective rate, we don't know. Di ba remember, what is our rate? Ang sabi dito sa rate, ang rate namin ay 4.3%. So, therefore, it's 4.3%. Di ba? 4.3% compounded annually. Di ba? Compounded, how is it compounded pala? Compounded monthly. So, the compounding period is monthly. So, monthly, ibig sabihin, 12. Di ba? And now the solution goes like this as follows. First, we do r divided by c. Di ba remember, our r is 4.3. Then divide by c, di ba? Which is 12. And we're supposed to get 0.035. Then the next step is to add 1. So, add 1 dito. And then from there, this answer here, we raise it to our compounding period, which is 12. And then, last but not least, minus 1. And therefore, that is our effective rate of interest. So, to summarize, our effective rate of interest is always 1 plus the r divided by c that is being raised to the 12 power, then minus 1. And what answer did we get? We should get this answer. Pero we want it in percent. So therefore, that should be our answer. 4.39%. So that is the effective rate of interest. Therefore, the effective rate of interest is 4.39%. Yun lang kadali. Next, number 4. Here's the problem. It says here, Sir Nyoy, diba si Sir Nyoy, the one whom you saw at Family Feud kanina? Ang sabi dito si Sir Nyoy, nag-deposit siya ng 6,000 pesos with an interest rate of 9% per annum. The interest transaction lasted from August 25, 2015, and it ended on July 23, 2023. Find the exact and the ordinary amounts at the end of the term and compute for both of their differences. Ayan. Ibig sabihin, dito sa item na to, your goal is to do simple interest. Pero there's a time that specifies from this date up to that date. And we have to find the exact and the ordinary amounts at the end of the term. Diba, remember this time, it's gonna be implying time unit, such that it's from this date up to that date, since the date of transaction up to that specific date. Okay? Now, let's do the following. So, diba, remember dito sa Excel, nilagay ko yung solution. We have 6,000 pesos, and then 9%, and then our time is from August 25, 2015, to July 23, 2023. Okay? And now, here's the solution. Diba, remember this one, I divided by, ano yun? I divide by 100 to get 0.09. And then the time, let's work out for ordinary interest. So, ordinary interest, diba, remember ang time namin ay, we have to divide the number of days by 360. So, here's how I got my time interval. Diba, remember ito yun? Diba, remember we have 2023, and then July 23. So, 23 minus 25 cannot be. So, mag-borrow tayo ng isang buwan. And that is June. So, adding 30 days, we get 53 minus 25 to give you 28. 6 minus 8 cannot be. So, kailangan tayo mag-borrow ng isang taon. And that's 2022 minus 2015. And 6 plus 12 equals 18. Since there are 12 months in 1 year. And therefore, we have 7 years, 10 months, and 28 days. So, you might be asking me, bakit may 2,848 dito? Ibig sabihin, yun yung formula ko dito. I summed up the number of days that I got from 360 times 7. Because there's 7 years in 7 years. 30 days, and then times 10. 1 month is worth 30 days. And then plus 28, which is the remnant. And you should get this answer of 2,848. And then from there, ang ginawa ko dito, I did it this way. Diba, remember this one, I computed it. So, to solve for the interest, it's P times R times T. Madali lang yun. Pero, our time unit is in days. So, therefore, we need to convert that to year. So, to convert that into year, kailangan namin i-divide by 360 that you see right there. So, i-product namin lahat, and then we divide by 360. And you're supposed to get 4,272 pesos. And then to get the amount, i-add na namin. Sum of the two, and we should get this answer. Yun yung madali. And that's our answer kapag ordinary interest. Pero, hindi pa tayo tapos. Kasi nga, what is my question here? My question here says, it asks for the ordinary amounts at the end of, and exact amounts at the end of the term. At kung ilan yung agwatan, magkano yung diferensya? Ibig sabihin yung agwatan nila. So now we've already done the ordinary. Now all we have to do is to do the exact. So I'll just leave this in blue para matapos na tayo dito. Okay? Now for the exact, same pa rin tayo dito. Pero for the number of days in exact time, ito yung kailangan mo gagawin. Nana mo yung sum formula, ito yung ginawa ko. Parang timeline. So, di ba remember from August 25 to August 31, it's worth 37 days. And then September, 30 days. October is 31 days. November is 30 days. And December is 31 days. And then 2016 ay 366. 2017, 365. 2018, 365 din. 2019 ay 365. 2020, 366. 2021, 365. 2022, 365 din. Diba? So, ito yung 7, 30, 31 ay 2016. 2015 pala. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. At kapag nagdumating tayo sa 2023, 31, 28, because there are 28 days in 2023. Tapos 31 days, 30 days, 31 days, 30 days, and 23 days hanggang sa last day ng transaction. And you're supposed to get 2,890 days. Diba? And now, we just apply the same formula. P times R times T. Pero, ang time unit ay divide na namin by 365. Bakit divide tayo by 365? Kasi nga exact time yung hanapin namin. So, divide na namin by 365. At yun na yung sagot. Okay? And then, to get the amount, isum na namin yung dalawa. Yan. Sum of both, and you're supposed to get this answer. Okay? So, once we've done that, we've already solved for the exact and the ordinary interest. Tama? Exact amounts. Now, we need to find the agwatan. So, this one pertains to the difference. Yan, to find the difference. So, we need to find the difference of the two answers. And that's why I get the 3.62. Ang ginawa ko, I get the difference of the amounts. So, this one, the big amount minus the small amount, to give me 3.62. So, therefore, the answer is 3.62 pesos is the difference of both of the amounts. So, yun na. So, that's the correct answer. Next, let's go to number 5. Sabi dito sa number 5, ito yung problema namin. Kim Domingo went to the bank. She deposited 4,500 pesos with an interest rate of charging 11.5% compounding quarterly. Kilala mo si Kim Domingo? Siya yung what you call this, yung isang artist sa Sparkle. Ang balak niya ay magpunta siya sa bank. Pagpunta siya sa bank, yun nga, nag-deposit siya ng 4,500 pesos. Tapos ang interest na charge sa kanya ay 11.5% compounding quarterly. Ibig sabihin compound interest yan. Si R. San Agustino, on the other hand, did the same thing as well. Ibig sabihin, si Ate Ara, alam mo si Ate Ara San Agustin, di ba? Isang Sparkle artist. Ginawa niya yung balak ni Ate Kim Domingo. Gumawa niya yun. At she did the same thing. Kaso, however, ang interest rate na nag-charge sa kanya ay 12% compounded annually. 12%! Di ba? Remember, 12% compounded annually. Ibig sabihin, yung nga, 12% compounded annually. 12% compounded annually, ibig sabihin, wala siyang compounding period. Direct na yan, 12%. They claim that by the end of 80 months, they both manifested to have the same amount. Ibig sabihin, pagkatapos ng oras ng time of transaction, which is 80 months, ang gusto nila ay makuha ng same value. Kaya, kung alin yung makuha ni Ate Kim Domingo, kukunin na rin ni Ate Ara. Like for example, si Kuya Kim, si Ate Kim Domingo, gusto niya magkaroon ka ng 90,000 pesos nung Pasko. Si Ate Ara gusto niya rin sabagat sa Pasko. Gusto niya magkaroon ng 90,000 pesos. Eh kaso, tingnan mo to, ang time unit dito ay mali. Ang compounding period ay iba. So therefore, the compounding period is different. At saka yung rate. Kaya nga ang tanong dito, is this proven? Ibig sabihin, kung tama ito. Kung tama ang solution dyan. Kung tama ang claim ni Ate Ara at ni Ate Kim Domingo. Kung tama yung claim nila na magkukuha sila ng same amount by the end of 80 months. Kundi, if not, compute for the difference. Ilan yung agwatan nila? Yan. So now, this is what we're going to do. The first thing that we need to do is to apply the compound interest formula. Going back to Microsoft Excel, so ito yung formula namin. So, ang ginawa namin dito ay yung principal. So, i-type na namin yung principal. Ito po yung rate. Ito po yung time. Ito po yung compound. Interest. at amount. Tama? So therefore, this is what we're going to do. So this one, let's work out yung kay, kay Ate Kim Domingo. Magkano yung principal niya? Ang principal niya na makukuha niya ay, Ang principal na makukuha niya ay, magkano? Magkano yung deposit niya? 4,500. Tapos yung rate ay 11.5%. Yan, di ba? 11.5%. Kaso, di ba remember, this is, percent. So, kailangan namin i-divide. So, 11.5 divide by 100. Yan. Type the same answer here. Ang time unit namin, di ba sabi dito, 80 months. Di ba? 80 months. Kaso, di ba remember, you know naman our time unit is supposed to be in years. So, therefore, hindi pwede yung months. So, anong kailangan gawin sa months para maging years? We need to convert. So, di ba remember, this is the formula as follows. Di ba remember, we have 1 year. Isang year ay 12 months. Di ba? Pero meron tayong 80. 80 na months. So, 80 divided by 12 to get 6.667 years. Actually, that 0.667, if you were to convert that to a fraction, as you can see here, that's 6 2/3 years. So, yun po yung tamang sagot dito. So, therefore, that's supposed to be 80 divided by 12 to give you 6.667 years. Diba? That's 6.77 years. And then, ang compounding period namin ay ito. Compounding period namin? Quarterly. Kasi nga sabi ni Kuya Ate Kim Domingo, quarterly to. Diba? Now, all we have to do is to solve for the interest. Diba remember ito yung gagawin namin? So, diba remember, you already know the formula to solve for compound interest. First, ang gagawin namin ay rate divided by compounding period. So, we do this and we're supposed to get 0.2875. Tama? Pagkatapos yan, yung sagot na kukunin namin dito, i-add na namin by 1. Tapos, pagkatapos yan, i-raise na namin tayo sa exponent. Pero di ba remember, it says quarterly. So, it's 4 times the time, which is 6 2/3 years. Di ba? And we're supposed to get this answer. Or let's say, for example, kapag ginawa mo to, do you think you will still get the same answer? Raised to the, Diba, remember 6 2/3 is the same as 20 over 3. So therefore, if you're gonna raise that to the 80 over 3 power, you will still get the same answer din. Tama? Yan. And now, based on our answer here, we get to multiply that by the principal, which is 4,500. Tama ba? No, that's not it. This one pala times the principal. And you're supposed to get 9,582.41 pesos. Yan, that is the future value. So, yun yung future value nila. So, let's put this here. Diba, remember ang ginawa ko dito, 4,500 pesos times 1 plus R divided by C, diba? And they're being raised to the 4 times the this power. Diba? You will yan, so dapat yun yung tamang sagot. And with that, teka. Wait. Kasi po, diba, remember, dapat supposed to be ano to. O pwede naman, you just apply lang what you've learned. Diba? Yun nga yun, di ba? And then subtract to get the interest. Di ba? So yan, so dapat yun yung sagot. I-subtract na namin para makuha tayong interest. Di ba? Times this guy being raised to the, diba, remember this, the rate, diba? Add 1. And then you raise it to the 3 power, di ba? Type ko lang. Teka. And then put another parenthesis. Yan, you're still supposed to get the same amount. Tapos, isubtract na namin. At yun yan, we're supposed to get the same answer. Pero we are supposed to make the decimal shorter. So, we're gonna have to move the decimal place to the right. Yan, just like that. Diba? Tsaka ito din. 42. Yun lang. At yan, that's the answer. Pero, that's still not yet done. Kasi nga diba remember, sabi ko sa'yo, this is still not yet the final answer. Kasi nga diba remember, the question is, ang sabi dito, Ate Ara, on the other hand, she did the same thing too. However, the interest rate in her case is 12% compounded annually. Pero, di ba remember anong ibig sabihin ng ERI? Ang ibig sabihin ng ERI, ibig sabihin, the nominal rate of interest will become 1 as 1. Maka-annually na yan kahit na may compounding period. That's why, di ba remember like what I did sa number 3? Yung 4.3% which is compounded monthly. If it were compounded annually, it's 4.39%. So now we're going to ask if it will be confirmed. So now ang gagawin namin ay ERI. So this one is compound interest. Compound interest. Tapos ito ay ERI or effective rate of interest. So we have the ERI. Do you remember this is the ERI, the rate, the rate. Ito yung rate. So ito yung sagot. So what's our rate? Ang rate namin ay 12.5%, 12%. Kasi you remember the ERI of 12, that is already annually. So we need to verify if this is already true. So therefore, di ba remember, this is the formula. So now we're gonna have to do it in backwards. So di ba remember to write the ERI formula in backwards, ganito kasi yun. Yan, di ba remember, that's our answer. So di ba remember, now we have to work it in reverse. So di ba remember, this comes first, then add, then exponent, then minus 1. So therefore, ang gawin na namin ay, isubtract na namin by 1. So therefore, our answer is 0.12 minus 1. Kasi remember, ang interest rate ay 12%. So 0.12 minus 1. So ito yung gawin namin. So 0.12 minus 1. Diba? Unit, wala tayong ano yun. Wala tayong rate. So therefore, let's try this one na lang. Let's try it on calculator. So therefore, di ba remember yung 0.12, di ba? 0.12 minus 1. We're supposed to get negative 0.88. And then from there, di ba remember, ito yung sagot namin. We have 1 plus r divided by c raised to the c power is equivalent to negative 0.88. Pero we need to take the root. Kasi di ba remember, ang gawin namin, ita-take namin yung root. Di ba remember, we have to take the root if we want to get the exponent. Where our exponent is quarterly. Pero hang on. We cannot take the root of a negative number. That will make the number undefined. So let's try. Di ba remember, this is ano yun? This one, we raise that to the negative 1 over 4 power. Hindi pwede kasi nga negative siya. Because we cannot take the root of a negative number such that if the index is even. So hindi pwede. So therefore, if I were to solve this problem, ganito na lang talaga yung mangyayari. Kasi nga remember, if Ate Ara were to claim that she will have the same exact amount too, therefore, it should be a bit of a difference. So now, we have to ensure if we can do this. But I think what you hold is hindi siya kaparehero kasi nga, kung yung principle namin ay same or different. Kasi nga tanong dito, by the end of 18 months, they manifested to have the same amount. Is this proven? If not, compute for the difference. So, kailangan mo, we have to solve for the ano yun. Kasi nga, remember, they did the same thing. Si Ate Ara, she deposited 4,500, tapos 12% compounded annually. And then, time niya ay 80 months. So, therefore, ang gawin ni Ate Ara ay same pa rin. Pero this will come up with a very different answer. Also, if I were to use ERI, therefore, we should get the same exact answer. Later, I will show you. But for now, let me show you how I'm gonna do this, okay? So, diba remember this is the one? Diba remember yung this is of Ate Ara San Agustin. So, now we're going to do, ano yun? So, this one is of ano yun? Kim. Diba? This one naman kay Ara San Agustin. Ay, sorry. This one is a solution pala. So, ito yung kay Ara. So, Ara is the same. 4,500. 11.5 divided by 4 dahil quarterly na siya. Ay, wait. That is 12% pala. So, 0.12 pala. So, 0.12. Diba? And then our time is the same. 80 months, which is still the same as, ano yun? 80 divided by 12. Diba? We get 6.667. Compounding period ay annually. Diba? And now we do this. Diba? Remember the formula? P times 1 plus the rate. Wala tayong compounding period, kaya nga direct na yan. And then everything is being raised to this power. Diba? What answer did we get? We get 9,579 point something. And that is the exact amount. That is the amount of Ate Ara. And then when we compute the difference, yun nga. Pero we need to shift the decimal place to the right. Yan. Okay? Pero as far as I know, this is really different. But it's almost getting there na kaya. Kaya that's why nga the answer is no. Malapit, although malapit na sana eh. Malapit na sana. Kasi nga, they said daw, if you were to play the effective rate of interest, mas malapit ka na. Kasi ito mo remember, sabi dito sa tanong, it says, Ate Ara wants to have the same thing too. They both manifested to have the same amount of kung alin yung nakuha ni Ate Kim. Diba remember si Ate Kim Domingo, nakuha siya ng exact amount ng 9,582.42 pesos at the end of the term of 80 months. Kaso, the rate was different and the compounding period as well. Si Ate Ara naman ay 12% compounded annually at same pa yung kinuha niya. Kaso malapit na. 9,579. Hindi pa siya sapat. Pero okay lang yan. Kasi nga, hindi siya, ano yun. It's supposed to be, we manifested talaga, it's supposed to be having the exact value. Pero if we were to play ERI, I will show you. I don't have time to show it to you right now kasi nga it's already late. Okay? And then from there, ang ginawa namin, we have to subtract. So we need to subtract to solve for the difference. So therefore, this one minus this one. Yan. So therefore, the difference is 3.14, which is pi. Parang pi lang to 3.14 pesos. So yun yung sagot. So therefore, what is the answer to the problem? The answer is, they claim that at the end of 80 months, they both manifested to have the same amount. Is this proven? No, it's not proven. Because the difference is 3.14 pesos. Or 3.3 pesos and 15 centavos. They nearly get the same amount, kaso ang difference lang ay 3 pesos and 15 centavos. At yun lang.